John, there's a beautiful fresh smell of paint here getting ready for what's ahead the weekend.
Yeah, there's a bit of work going on. Place getting a bit of a facelift, I suppose. It's a great excuse, I suppose, when you've got a big fixture like this coming up to get a bit of work done. So listen, it's full steam ahead, I suppose, with the weather where it's after turning out as well. There's an air of expectancy about the place.
What's it like having a Munster final in the home ground?
Yeah, listen, I suppose you take whatever advantage you can get, and I suppose for us, to have the Munster final at home here is it's got to be some advantage to us. We're here training on a weekly basis, so we got to make that count on Sunday as well.
After a rocky start to the championship, 2 wins, 2 losses, I suppose it's nice to be back in the final.
Yeah, listen, it's been a mixed, I suppose, Munster championship. All round. There's been some great performances by teams, but some other mixed performances and we're no different as a team, I suppose. We had a poor performance against Cork and we had to bite back them over the 2 matches then subsequent to that. And I think the last day we just came up short a little bit then. We were probably feeling a little bit of the 3 games in the 2 weeks is hard going, and we had to make some rotations and stuff. But all told, I'd still have been very happy with the effort of the lads. They really put in a big shift for us on the day. But we know we have to up it significantly now for the next day.
Having a look back at the performance against Tipperary, what do you think that you need to change for the next day? What do you think you needed to work on?
Our work rate wasn't at the level that's required. Simple as that. Tip outworked us all over the pitch really, and if we're to give ourselves a chance on Sunday, we're going to have to first and foremost get that right. And there's a number of other aspects as well. I suppose we had too many turnovers during the course of the game. We coughed up too much ball into tackle and out of the tackle. Poor execution of our passes and stuff like that, and just drop balls, poor handlings. Just small things. And but we too many of them, and we paid a heavy price. The minute we made a mistake, they capitalised on it and put the ball over the bar. So we got to bring our error account way down now next day.
Do you think that it is that 3rd game in a row that gets to people? I know last year it showed the same thing. Do you find that the physicality levels just isn't there when it comes to that game?
I suppose last year we took a bit of a hiding on it, so we were beaten by 11 points. This year we got it down to 4, and probably would have been disappointed that we didn't make it a bit closer, and even put ourselves the other side of the result. But having said that, Tipperary were the better team on the day, and they were entitled to their win. They deserved their win. But I think we got it a bit better this year. If we have to do it all over again next year, we'll probably take some more learnings from it as well.
Team selection, you're not afraid to make that, and I know the last day we spoke you mentioned that you don't have any conversations with anyone, you just make the team changes and that's it. I know maybe some people might think it's quite ruthless, but it is nice to get those few players on the pitch, maybe ones that have been chomping at the bit of training. Yeah,
it's been great to get so many players involved in the championship matches to date, but we had to, and plus those guys are working really, really hard in training and they're deserving of their start as well. So it's never about any 15 players, it's about the panel as a whole, and utilising that panel to its maximum as well. So I think we've done a good job in that to date in the championship. A lot of guys have seen game time, and a lot of fellas are playing very, very well, and there's a lot of really solid competition for places. So we're happy the way things are moving along. We've picked up a few injuries here and there, but we've always had lads in reserve to step up and take their place.
Speaking of injuries, have you any injury update ahead of the final?
At the moment, it's just down to Barry Murphy. Seamus Flanagan has trained since the last game, so we're hoping that he'll be able to put his name on the card for the weekend if things go well for him this week. But listen, it's very, very competitive, and the fellas can't afford to miss a single night at training. 1 or 2 of the boys have little knocks after the weekend from the training and stuff, but we'll see tonight now how they are and we'll take it from there.
I seen an interview from yourself a couple of years ago and you mentioned that you were an annoying perfectionist. Is that what you think gets the team to the level it's at today?
Oh, I don't know. I probably am annoying, whatever, but anything else. I'd say that's one thing for sure.
Do you remember saying it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, down the Green Hills. Listen, I suppose you try to be as well prepared as you possibly can, and try to make sure that you don't overlook anything in particular. But yet you don't want to bury yourself in analysis either. So listen, we've learned a lot along the way over the last number of years, and I suppose we're trying to put all those learnings into play on the day and in the build up to the games in terms of our preparation as well. So probably still quite annoying though.
Not at all. On Sunday, what are you expecting from Tipperary? Are you expecting an even more physical battle than the last day, because now they've beaten you and they might think that you want one up on them?
Listen, let's be factual about it. They've won their 4 games in the round robin series. they've won them very convincingly in the most part. Their work rate the last day was exceptional, really, really high, and we didn't match it. It was considerably higher than ours. So we know that they're going to bring a lot of skill and a lot of hard work, and when you have a team of their calibre with those two qualities, you know you've got a real formidable opponent coming. So we've to be at the very, very best of our game on Sunday, and if we're not, we won't be in a competitive position coming into the final quarter.
Sold out home game, you really will have the fans behind you. I know there's people scraping for tickets everywhere. They must think you have a ticket machine at home.
Well, I do know that, you know, from working in Tipperary, there's a lot of interest in Tipperary as well, so I think that both counties will be well represented. It's great to see that there is so much interest in the game. You know, they're two sides that, you know, haven't maybe met too often, and I think they're well matched as well at the moment. So I think there's a makings of a great game there, and you know, listen, having a full house makes it all the better for the players and for themselves. So yeah, really looking forward to Sunday now. But at the end of the day, we just got to get our performance right and make sure we perform on Sunday.
Have you looked beyond the Munster final into that All-Ireland series that Limerick are yet again facing?
Not at all, no. There'll be loads of time for that after Sunday. So for the moment, it's just all focus on the next game. So it's Sunday and nowhere after that. That's it.
Thanks very much, John. Best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
Declan, we're here in the Gaelic grounds this evening. A nice, beautiful evening, and people preparing for the weekend, painting the place and getting it ready for what's to come.
Yeah, it's a lovely evening for training anyway. I'll need to put on the factor 50 anyway going out in this, but yeah, it's great to see everyone, you know, getting the Gaelic grounds ready for Sunday. Obviously it's a big occasion for the city and county, and you know, the lads here do a great job, and they're painting the place and getting it fixed for Sunday. So we're all looking forward to it in Limerick, you know.
Yeah, you're back fit and ready for the Munster final weekend.
Yeah, I just had a bit of a knock after the Clare match, but it's fine. Yeah, so I think we have a full bill of health going into Sunday. So you know, it's a big plus for us anyway.
What's it like sitting on the sideline watching your team play that game after 2 wins and 1 loss?
Yeah, it's hard. Like everyone wants to be out there and involved, you know, because there's great competition there as well. I suppose that if you're sitting on the sideline, you know, there's a fella inside doing a great job, and you're kind of saying, "Geez, will I get back in?" And you know, that's the way it is. It's great as well. But yeah, you'd rather be on the field than on the sidelines looking in anyway.
Do you feel like the competition for places has even upped its game even more now that John has no harm in making selection? Like he's kind of ruthless when it comes to selection over the last few weeks.
Yeah, he is, but he's very fair. Like, you know, if people are going well in training, they'll get a chance. You see, like the likes of Paddy O'Loughlin and William O'Donoghue, who, you know, this year have really, you know, taken the bull by the horns and were given an opportunity and really did very, very well. And you know, but that's again coming back to competition within the squad for places, and it's great. And you know, the longer that happens in Limerick and it stays like that, the better for the city and county and for the GA as well.
Last time that you were in a Munster final didn't really go your way, so this year it's nice to be back there and hopefully back to winning ways.
Yeah, 2014 we were below in Páirc Uí Chaoimh against Cork. They beat us by, I think it was a goal for a finish. So yeah, look, I mean, we're obviously at home on Sunday, and it would be great for the supporters to, you know, to enjoy the day and for us to come out the right side of the game. But it's obviously going to take a massive effort from the 15 lads to start and the lads that come in and everybody involved between now and then to get to Sunday in the best shape that we can. And you know, it's a mammoth task, I suppose, because Tipp are the farm team at the minute, and look, that's just a challenge in front of us at the minute. We're going to have to, you know, tackle it head on, and that's what we're going to do. And if it's good enough to win on Sunday, so be it. But if not, you know, we won't be for the lack of trying anyway.
Now that you've experience of winning a Munster title, have you had a chat with any of the lads to let them know what you've learned from then?
Not massively. Like, I suppose the boys have been involved in minor Munster finals and under 21 Munster finals and under 21 All Ireland finals, and you know, they've plenty of experience of big days and big crowds and the parade and everything that goes with it. So, you know, we'll probably speak about it this evening and Friday, and just to get all that stuff out of the way, because you know, at the end of the day, like, we're primarily focusing on what happens within the four lines of the field, and that's the be all and end all really. Facing
Tipperary again, they've won 4 games on the trot. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, sure. Look, as I said, they're the farm team at the minute. Like, their forward unit are fantastic. I think the last day, the way they, I suppose, reacted when the Bonner Maher had to go off injured was a big statement by them. You know, he's obviously one of their leaders, but you know, it didn't seem to rattle them at all, and they kept going and pushed on for the 70 minutes. So, you know, they bring a massive intensity and a work rate, and you know, their skill level is obviously through the roof. So, you know, we're going to need a lot of things to go right on Sunday for us to be you know, come out on top. But you know, we'll be in there and giving it 100% and see where it takes us.
Yeah, a lot of things ticked off the bucket list: All Ireland final, League final, Fenway hurling. What are you, world champions now?
World champions, yeah.
What would the Munster medal mean to you? I know you've won, but another one you wouldn't say no to it.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Like, I suppose this group of players have never been involved in a Munster final or anything like that. So, yeah, it'd be great. But you know, you just have to take it as another game. You can build these games up into something that, you know, you just get lost in them eventually, and your performance doesn't show on the day. So, you know, we'll have to park the sideshow of it being a Munster final and the crowd and the tickets and everything that's gone on outside, and just focus on training now and between now and Sunday and get ready for the game.
Yeah, it's nice to be back in the Munster final, but can you remember your first Munster Championship game? I think it was 2010?
2011.
2011.
I was involved in 2011. I was doing the leaving cert, so I was at home watching the boys play Waterford in the Munster Championship. I was studying for Irish. So, but
Big
yeah,
change.
no, I didn't get to play in the Munster Championship until 2012 because unfortunately we lost Waterford in 2011. But yeah, the Munster Championship is brilliant. To see the crowds that are even going to the matches these days, and there's so many games, and it's great for supporters and everything like that. And look, we're delighted to be involved in the Munster final. It's you know, it's one thing we kind of set as a target this year, and we've got this far, so we need to push on again for Sunday.
You're such a laid-back captain. What are you like in the dressing room? Are you so maybe blasé inside there, or do you step up and give them that chat they need?
Yeah, look, there's a lot of leaders in the dressing room, you know, and everyone is different the way they prepare for games. And John is great that way. He leaves lads prepare whatever way they want to, but then, you know, when we're getting ready to go out, everyone, you know, a couple of lads might say a few words and, you know, just reiterate a few points, and that's it. There's no real roaring a ball like that. Obviously, if it's needed, people will do that as well. But, you know, you have to just focus on a few points that you want to go after in the game, and that's it. There's no point, you know, talking for the sake of talking or anything like that either.
What is your championship routine in the morning? Do you get up, have a big breakfast? What do you do?
Yeah, it's boring enough, I suppose. Get up, have breakfast, and, you know, make sure everything on the gear is ready and everything like that. But, you know, there's nothing special that happens in my household anyway.
Okay. No weird superstitions of putting on your socks. It's on the right foot first and left foot.
No, as long as they're washed now and they're clean, that's happy enough for me.
Well, best of luck on Sunday, Declan. Thanks very much.